Hey guys, what's going on? My name's Loki and today we are playing some Formula 1 2015. We're back after Malaysia. We had a fairly decent run. We got 1 point. Not a lot, but for Toro Rosso that's good enough for a start. New game. This handle's completely different. I have practiced in the Grand Prix mode a little bit. I know it's not exactly the same, but I have had a little bit of practice. So I should be a little bit better on that. So as you can see, we're in 13th with 1 point, equal with Marcus Ericsson. Where is our teammate? Oh, it doesn't show you. But the top three is Lewis Hamilton at 43 points, Sebastian Vettel at 33, and Nico Rosberg and Kimi Raikkonen tied for third at 25. And our teammate Max Verstappen is in 8th place with 6 points. So without further ado, let's get into this race.
What a session it's been for Mercedes today. They've locked the front row of the grid for tomorrow's race.
They're going to be unstoppable in the race tomorrow. That's if they can stay 1-2 by the end of the first corner, as there are some fast starters behind them.
Alright, so there you guys go. That was my qualifying lap. I know I got a good qualifying result. I just want to clarify before I go into racing. I know I said I've practiced this track. I've never been good at it. I seem to be okay at it in the new game, like this one. But in the older games, I wasn't. So if there's anything happens or anything like that, I apologize in advance again. But yeah, I'm just not good at this track. So we're going to soft and all that. And also, just a quick thing about my setup. I dialed a balanced setup because in practice it was wet. Alright. So we didn't get a great start, but we got a decent start. From doing a couple of miniature Grand Prix in Grand Prix mode. See if I can go around the outside here. Oh, it got tighter than I thought. But I might be able to hold off Raikkonen here. Yes, we had not a great start. Decent, but not great. So we're currently in 5th. Although I might have a stab at a late break on Raikkonen here. And I know in the last game, I left room, and in the last one the AI weren't that good, and you know, I pretty much still had it. I just left in room for no reason. In this game, they are phenomenal, the AI. I love the AI in this game. They will stay, if they're making a move, they will stick there and you have to give them room. Otherwise, you're going to get taken out. So, they brake really early into there. Here we go. So we got a decent corner on the last lap. Well, not last lap, but the last few corners we got it decent. Drafting behind Kimi. I might run in rich for a little. I wasn't before. Normally I do, and then go to lean. One other thing. Oh, I have a late stab. He's gonna get a better exit, but no, he's not. We got him. Maybe he's still there. I gotta leave him room because he's still there. There we go. So yeah. So one thing about this game that you'll see. I picked Toro Rosso. They're a decent car. The game is mirrored off real life as much as possible, obviously without your performance. And I'm being spun again. That's 2 races now. Someone has spun me. And I just can't get on because of all the cars, otherwise I'm going to have another accident. Wow. I'm sorry guys, I didn't even do that. That wasn't even on me. I just took the corner normally and tapped around. But I didn't look at my mirrors. That kind of was on me. So, now we're just aiming for what was going to be a top 5 finish by the looks of it. We're now going to make it to the top 10. I want to get some more championship points. This car is handling well around this track. As I said, I've never been good at here in the past, but this car, or the way the car feels now, because it's completely different from what it was in 2014. Oh, I'm gonna tap him. The way the cars feel now is just phenomenal. There we go. Get the undercut. Whoops! I left him room. He didn't want to budge. I feel kind of bad, but at the same time, as I said, I left him room and he didn't want to budge. So I don't feel as bad. Alright, I'm going to run in standard. Which is, as I said, it's going to be hard down the straight to pass people. My best chance is into corners because the chassis is what's good on this car. Straight line speed, not so much. For any of those of you who don't watch Formula 1 in real life, the Renault powered cars, this and the sister car, which is the other Red Bull team, the main team, Renault powers, and their engines, like Honda, are just shocking. Luckily, they don't simulate how many times the car breaks down. Otherwise, Honda wouldn't have even finished a race, and I don't think Red Bull would have. We're Toro Rosso, for those of you who don't know. So, yeah, but yeah. So this car's, I think, like 10k slower than the Ferraris and Mercedes in a straight line. So without DRS, it's not going to be good for us. Alright. Ooh, ran a little wide. I got on the thought a little early. But we need to just get past these cars quicker than we are. Oh, I've got to give that position back. Come on. Overtake, overtake, overtake. There we go. He's going to get away with me on the straight. But I should be able to draft. They, Paul Marussia, new team, and they are the owner that brought them. Not going to make a late break on here like we did with Kimi. The owner of this team, he brought the team out of what was bankruptcy and has run it, but he has no like home base, like no factory and that, and so they can't work on the car. The only time they get the chance to is at the racetrack. So that's why in real life, for those of you who don't know, but also in game, that's why they're always at the back. It's just because they genuinely can't, but they have had some good results. So they're not completely out in this game, thankfully, but they're not doing too well. How's my 2 laps? And we know we're going to go out in primes because... Oh, actually, for those of you who don't know how Formula 1 is with their tyres, is you have to use there's two compounds at every weekend. There's option, which is your softer compound, and then you got your prime, which is your harder. And so yeah, so there's 4 slick tires. There's 2 wets. You got your intermediates, which is when it's like half wet, half dry, and then you got your full wets. But then you have your slicks, and you got the softest, which is super soft. Then you got soft, which is what this are, the yellow stripes. The super softs are red striped. White striped is medium, and like an orange-ish kind of stripe is and yeah, so the orangish tire is your hardest, which is the hardest compound there is. So we got a nice lot of room through there. We caught Alonso in no time, and that's one of the McLaren Hondas. The reason why they're not doing so well in real life and in game is Honda is come back. I think they were in the 80s and early 90s. They were in... Alright, so my tyres are definitely going, I could tell. But yeah, so they haven't been around since the 80s and 90s, and everyone else has got a year on these new engines on them. So it sucks, but hey, that's how it works, you know. The more money you put into this sport, the better off you're gonna be. So we're catching on that group of cars, which is a good for us. I had to lift off just a little there. But yeah, hopefully we're catching Alonso quickly, because it's the group of cars in front of him, and that's what we need. Alrighty, got a good exit out of here. And a little wide there, but not too bad. Someone's into the pits. So it was Ricardo. So I wonder if he's got a problem, or if he's genuinely having his first and only stop, if that's an actual stop. It's a bit early for it to be an actual stop, but that's one other thing about this game. There's so many things that are so different in this game. Pitting is a big thing. Like, almost everyone pits at different times and stuff. So, a little early through there, and not too bad. Got to lift off quite a lot through there, slam on the brakes, and just coast around this corner. You shouldn't really need to throttle, but I always do, because I feel like I can get away with it. Alrighty. So you can definitely tell. You can definitely tell we were catching Alonso. We'll catch him even more on the fresher tyres, because I'm quick on fresh tyres. Like, I genuinely use my tyres up a lot more than a lot of other cars, but yes, I use my tyres up a lot more than a lot of other people. So they do, like, I have higher tyre deg, so if I'm catching him on a new set of tyres, I should, mind you, I should be quick on a new set. But it's also depending on what tyres they started on. Because you can, if you're not in the top 10, you don't have to start on a certain compound. So if the top 10, if you qualify on softs, though that set of softs, so the used set of softs, you have to use in your race. Whereas if you're out of the top 10, you can go on the harder compound and then change to the soft and carve everyone up, if you feel comfortable doing that. It's okay, so it's not the most well-liked strategy, I should say, but it's definitely a strategy that some people take in consideration depending on where they're at. And I will do it depending on how I go at certain tracks. So we've got Maldonado in front of us. I should be able to catch him. I'm also... One thing with this game, I know that AI, and even I do, cold tires is a really big factor in this game. And AI really take into account of it. Oh, now he's just holding me up. Oh, ran a little wide there. But I should get a better exit. No, I didn't get a better exit. I was going to try and get him down into here. Oh, I have to have a late look. Here we go. Get a good exit. Okay, cool. So we got 10% to go quick because we're at lap 7 and there's only 14 laps. So it's all good. And here comes the Mercedes powered engine with no DRS. That's what I'm talking about as they're quick. Like, he has no DRS, and for those of you who don't know, DRS is drag reduction system. So it actually lifts, it allows you to lift up your rear wing, and it gives you up to, I think, a 15 kilometer, it goes from 10 to 15 kilometer advantage down the straight. So for us, it makes us just as quick as the Mercedes. Come on, let's carve them up on the inside. We got warmer tires. You can see what I mean by quicker on new and warm tires. Because we went in the lap earlier, our tires are warmer. So, but you do run the risk of they have fresher tires, which will get me in the long run, but that's alright. We'll have to wait and see if I can hold them off. Oh, controller's running out of batteries. Ooh, rear end slid out a little there. Oh, I gave him a little tap. I did not mean to do that. I wonder, he's a Ferrari powered engine, so he's also going to be quick down the straight. Let's carve him up on the inside here. He's still on the outside. I haven't actually pulled away from him too much. And that's what your Ferrari powered engine is going to do to a Renault powered engine. And this is me with DRS. You know, this is what I'm talking about by it's going to be... Whoa, I outshot that. Oh, I overshot that by a lot. But I managed to keep... Oh, we're still there. I'm going to have to go tight line here. I can't move across. There we go. Got it. But yeah, no, as you can see, being in the Renault car, I definitely have a disadvantage. So, I could have driven, as I said in the first video, I chose between drivers who are new in Formula 1, and I thought, there's only 3 teams, which was Toro Rosso, Sauber, and Manor Marussia, and I wasn't going to go Manor Marussia, so okay, so there you go. So yeah, so it was choice between Sauber and Toro Rosso, and I went with Toro Rosso because I thought, well, I did it in my last in 2014, and those of you guys who haven't seen, I drove a Toro Rosso in the 2014 season, and I didn't get to finish it, unfortunately. And so I decided I was going to race a Toro Rosso again, considering they had a new driver, and give that a go. That's why I'm here, but I do take, you know, disadvantage of I don't have a quick car down a straight line. Alright, so 6 laps to go. I don't know if we're going to be able to make it into the top 10. We might. There is a group of them. If I can get this guy and the 2 ahead, that'll be good. And they're battling the 2 ahead of Perez, which actually won't put me in the top 10. I need to get the guys ahead. Here we go. So I'm amazed I'm quick through that corner. That was the corner I used to be slow at, and the exit of this was the one I used to be quick. And now going into this game, it's vice versa, which, it's good and bad. Yeah, seems like I'm quick through Sector 1. So if the two guys ahead of Perez and the others battling with my teammate keep battling, I have a chance, a slight chance of actually making it to the top 10. I'm still very frustrated that someone hit me and took me out. I think they would have gotten a penalty, and we can see who gets a penalty. I believe it would have been Raikkonen, because he was the only one I think that was... Okay. Apparently I exceeded track limits. Ooh, gonna run on wide a little. There we go. Alright, so this is Perez. I'm in standard mix mode. Mercedes powered engine is just pulling away. He might be running lean. That's why he's not getting away as much. Got a good lunge down into him in there. And I'm just going to cover him off. Because if you look at my mirrors, he's not currently there. Someone's also going into pits. Kvyat, which puts me into 12th. If I can get Felipe Nasser ahead of me, I don't think I'm going to, but I still think I have a chance on making it to the top 10. It's very unlikely, but I feel like it's possible. Well, unless they're pitting again, he's already come in. Yeah, I don't know. I'm curious if I can make it. I feel like I can. I feel like I'm going fast enough, but I don't actually know. And in this game, it's one thing to be fast enough. It's actually another thing to pass, which is similar in real life, which is what another reason. Another good thing about this game that they've done is it's like you. Okay, so I do have mix 3, and I am going to save it for if I catch them, or for my last lap. Just because I feel like I'm going to need some advantage of getting away. I haven't actually been looking at the times to Felipe Nasser and if I'm actually catching him. I should start doing that. Yes, how it comes. So Perez is doing a nice job of hanging on here. I don't think he will after this lap. He's going to get DRS in the Mercedes powered engine, but he's too far to catch me. So 2.8. So I need to get him, I need to get that down to about 1.4 to standard chance. So we'll have to see how much I catch him by. And that's only to catch him. That's not to catch the guys in front. I'm just hoping someone has something go wrong and they have to come in. Because punctures are also very real in this game. I have suffered a few, and I have seen many cars suffer theirs in the Grand Prix mode. So it's not just a myth like they were in the previous games. They always said, oh, you can get a puncture, and the only way you can get a puncture is if you slam into a wall. Whereas now, it's actually possible. I don't know about your engine failing and all of that. As I said, that hasn't happened to me, but I look like I'm really starting to catch that Sauber Felipe Nasser ahead. I could have been driving that car, the Felipe Nasser. That would have been the car I take. But instead I chose to go Carlos Sainz in the Toro Rosso. I did corner cut a little there. They didn't pick up on that though. Alright, let's do this corner, and I'm not going to catch him. 25%. So I think I can. Oh, I don't know. That's not enough. That's good, but me catching Felipe Nasser this slowly isn't. There's 1.8, so I'm quick through here. He must be quick through the final sector. I'm running a little wide there. Throttle on, trying to cover. That might have been a bad idea, but that's the best opportunity I had. Coming through here. Get a good acceleration. I feel like I'm catching him a lot this lap. But I keep saying I'm catching him and I'm not, so I actually have no clue. Yeah, well they're about to have a long straight to cool down. So I need, you know, I might actually get Felipe Nasser if I can get the car under 1 second, because I might be able to catch him down the straight. I don't know, I wouldn't rule me getting Felipe Nasser out now. I think I might actually get him, especially that I'm running in rich mode and I wasn't before. We'll see here. 1.3, I might actually be able to get him. I might have to do like a late break in a interesting maneuver, but it's at the end of the race and it's early season. Here we go. So I've closed the gap quite a lot, and now I'm going to start getting drafting. So I should catch him. 1.2, I didn't have a good first sector. If I can have a good middle, that'd be nice. Yeah, I got that corner right. Almost lost the rear end there. Here we go. So if I can get this under a second, I will catch Felipe Nasser. Here we go, get a good exit. I don't know, I didn't see how far it was. No, I'm not gonna go. I had to back out there, and he's too far away. So unfortunately, guys, I'm not gonna be able to get him. Fuel's flashing. I don't know if I should. Perez is far enough back to where I should be able to just make it. I can definitely feel the tires are going down the corner. I think the tires have hit the cliff. Here we go, get a good exit. And there we go.
It's a win for Mercedes and a win for Lewis Hamilton. The British driver was the class of the field today and fully deserves his victory.
It was a fantastic performance and one that they should be very proud of. Every part of the team pulled together to achieve today's result.
There'll be plenty more twists and turns to come this season. I hope you can join us at the next race to see just who will come out on top.
Alright, so there you go, that's what they were saying. As you can see, I got 12th, which is quite shocking considering we qualified 7th and we had a really good start and got all the way up into 4th. I did get taken out, unfortunately, so... And Max Verstappen, my teammate, finished in 8th, which gives him more points, which is not what I want, because I want to beat him in the championship. It's good because I want a good Constructors' Championship, but I do want to beat him, so I don't want him to get away too much. So there you go, so that's everyone. And if I go to the top 3, you got Lewis Hamilton, who finished by 4 seconds behind him was Sebastian Vettel, and 7 seconds or 3 seconds behind Vettel was Nico Rosberg. So that's your top 3 for you. So I finished in 12th, Max Verstappen finished in 8th. Thank you guys for watching, and I will see you guys later.